Hello, it's Jay here and welcome to another tutorial. Here's where we left off last time. We'd created our main menu script and we was drawing a title background. So I'll just downsize my new develop for now and I'll hit play. So here's our title background. Now in this lesson we're going to create two buttons, one here and one just below here, to start and quit the game. So we'll stop that there and we'll come back to our main menu script. And the first thing I want is two public ints. Now we make them public, so if we need to alter the value we can in the inspector, and because I'm only going to use whole numbers for the definition we can make them of type int, and we'll put the underscore and we'll say main menu. And this one's going to be of type button width, and let's make this equal to 80, and we'll close the line off and we'll put into comments, we'll say defines our button width, and we can just copy that line and we'll paste it in below, and we'll just change width to height. We'll make it a value of 20 and we'll change the comment to height. So why define them here? Why not just put the numeric values in when we draw? Well, we do it this way because we're going to have more than one button. If I wanted to change this value, I'd have to change it in every instance. Whereas just defining it once up here, I can just change the numeric value once and it will apply to the rest of the script, because rather than putting in the numeric value I can just use this naming convention. And I'll show you how that works now as we create our button. So we'll say if open brackets GUI dot button, we'll open brackets new rect, and we'll open brackets again. So now let's actually draw this button. So we want the position, so we'll say screen dot width, and I want half the screen width. That's where we're going to start drawing it, and we'll put a comma and we'll say screen dot height, and this time I'm going to say divide by 1.35. Now I encourage you to experiment with this value, but this is approximately where I want the button in my project. So I encourage you to experiment, but for now we'll use this value, and because we're using 0.35 we need to turn it into a float, and we can do that just by adding f to the end, and we'll say comma, and now we need to draw the button itself. And as I explained, we can just call the naming convention. So we'll say copy the main menu button width, comma, by main menu button height. And we'll just close bracket, comma, and now we need the little quotes, and we'll say start, close quote, close all the brackets off, and then we'll open and we'll close brackets again. So if we press this GUI button we need to do something. What we need to do is application dot load level. So the application's the game, we want to load level, open brackets 1, and we'll close again, and we'll close the line off, we'll put it into comments. So we'll say load our main level, and we'll save there. And from the previous video, 1 here, if we come to file and build settings, is what our main level is here. So we'll hit play, and as you can see we now have a start button, but there's a problem. It's drawing it here at half the screen width, but it's drawing it to the right, and we don't want that, we want it center. And we can quite easily fix this. so we'll stop there. So where we say screen width divided by 2, we want also by half the button width. So we'll come between the 2 and the comma, and we'll say minus, open brackets, and again we want the main menu button width. I'll just paste that in there, and then we'll say divide by 2 because we want half the width, and we'll close the brackets off. And we'll save there, and we'll downsize mono develop. And now if we hit play, should be half the screen width minus half the button width, which puts our start button exactly center. And we'll stop that there, and we'll come back to the script again. And let's just copy this whole block, and we'll paste it in here. And we just need to change a few things. So the first thing we're going to change is where it says start, this time we're going to say quit. And where it says application load level, well, we don't need to load any level, so we can just delete the 1. But we don't want to load anything, we want to quit. And then we just need to move it down on the height. So I'm going to come here, and I'm just going to change it from 1.35 to 1.25. And we'll save that off. And we'll downsize mono develop for now. And now we'll hit play. And as you can see, both buttons are exactly center. And we'll stop that there. So in our next lesson, we'll actually test out this bit of code, and we'll actually create some GUI styling, a skin for the GUI, which we can apply to the letter in here. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time, and until then, bye for now.